Is this the end of LeBron James? LeBron James, the name that once sent shockwaves through the NBA stands at the top of the key. The crowd holds its breath. He launches a three-pointer. Brick, the collective groan from fans echoes through the arena. What once felt like witnessing greatness now feels like watching history slowly unravel. Is this the twilight of the King's reign? Or is there one last chapter left in this legendary story? From dominating opponents with unparalleled skill and strength to redefining what it means to be an NBA superstar, LeBron James has overcome doubt and silenced critics at every turn. But even legends are mortal. The harsh truth is creeping in. Father Time is undefeated, and the King's crown seems heavier than ever. Over his last 6 games, LeBron has averaged a meager 16.8 points per game on 40% shooting and a disastrous 10% from beyond the arc. The Los Angeles Lakers, a team built around his brilliance, are floundering. The once dominant leader looks visibly drained. On defense, his slow rotations and lack of engagement are impossible to ignore. And the question is on everyone's lips, is this really the end? LeBron's struggles have sparked heated debates about his legacy. Some argue that these are just growing pains in a long season, while others claim his decline signals the inevitable. Even the greatest can't outrun time. Critics point to his recent stat lines as more than just a slump. They view them as evidence of a player prioritizing personal milestones over team success. LeBron, now nearly 40 years old, has played in all 21 games this season. Admirable. Yes. Effective. Debatable. His +E- rating of -91 over the last 6 games tells a grim story. When LeBron is on the court, the Lakers struggle to compete. Defensive lapses have become glaring. Once a perennial all-defensive team member, LeBron now often looks disengaged during crucial possessions. Flat-footed and slow to react, he's no longer the defensive juggernaut fans remember. And as his offensive output declines, the pressure on his legacy intensifies. Critics wonder if his pursuit of longevity is compromising his effectiveness. Comparisons to Michael Jordan, the benchmark for basketball greatness, have always loomed large in LeBron's career. But now, they're becoming increasingly unkind. At age 40, Jordan still contributed 24.7% of his team's scoring during a low-scoring era, which would equate to 27.8 points per game in today's NBA. In contrast, LeBron contributes just 19.5% of the Lakers' offense. Jordan's age 40 highlights included diving for loose balls and setting the tone with relentless effort. Meanwhile, LeBron faces accusations of stat padding, chasing individual streaks like scoring 10 points in consecutive games while his team falters. The narrative is clear. Jordan's late career efforts inspired, while LeBron's feel self-serving. Is this criticism fair, or are fans simply holding LeBron to an impossible standard? One of the most glaring signs of decline is LeBron's growing reliance on jump shots. Once a complement to his explosive drives, his outside shooting has now become a crutch. Over the past month, he shot a dismal 30% from three-point range, a steep drop from his career-best 41% last season. Even his trademark rim attacks lack the power and efficiency they once had, further exposing his struggles. The numbers don't lie. LeBron's shooting woes are emblematic of a player adapting to declining athleticism. Yet, those adaptations have only highlighted his mortality. The missed shots and faltering efficiency fuel a narrative that his dominance is slipping away. In today's NBA, stars often rest to preserve their bodies for the playoffs. LeBron has gone against the grain, playing every game this season. Admirable, absolutely, but is it strategic? Not necessarily. Critics argue that his insistence on playing even in blowouts is more about maintaining visibility and padding career totals than helping his team. The elephant in the room is clear. Is LeBron chasing team success or personal accolades? The latter is becoming harder to ignore, especially as the Lakers continue to struggle. For a player whose career was built on team-first success, this shift is hard to stomach. The Lakers' issues extend beyond LeBron. The team ranks 27th in defensive efficiency and 25th in three-point shooting. Anthony Davis, once viewed as LeBron's successor, has been inconsistent. Austin Reeves, touted as a rising star, has failed to deliver. With no clear solution in sight, the burden falls back on LeBron, a burden that's becoming too heavy for him to carry. The result: a vicious cycle of mediocrity. The Lakers are caught between trying to contend with an aging superstar and preparing for a future without him. Their struggles only amplify LeBron's decline, creating an environment where success feels increasingly out of reach. Is this truly the end of LeBron James as we know him? Or does the King have one final act left in him? History suggests we shouldn't count him out just yet. LeBron has faced doubt before, and every time he's risen to the occasion, but this time feels different. The signs of decline are undeniable, and the window for redemption is closing. As fans, we cling to the idea of greatness being eternal. Watching LeBron struggle forces us to confront a harsh reality. Even the greatest players can't escape the passage of time. The question now is not whether LeBron will decline, but how he'll handle it. Will he adapt his game to remain effective, or will he fade into irrelevance, chasing milestones instead of titles? LeBron's career has been a masterclass in perseverance, adaptability, and brilliance. But as the clock ticks, the cracks in his game are becoming impossible to ignore. His jump shot, once a reliable tool, has become erratic. His defense, once a hallmark of his greatness, is now a liability. And his leadership, once inspiring, is being questioned. The Lakers face tough decisions. Should they build around LeBron for one final push? Or is it time to focus on the future, even if it means moving on from their aging superstar? Without significant changes, a rebuild seems inevitable. And that reality could come sooner than anyone expected. As LeBron's struggles continue, the debates about his legacy will only grow louder. Has his recent decline tarnished his place in history? Or does it humanize him, reminding us that even legends are not immune to the passage of time? One thing is certain: LeBron's impact on basketball is undeniable. But the way he navigates the twilight of his career will define how fans remember him. What do you think? Is this the end of LeBron James' dominance? Or does the King have one more masterpiece left in him? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit the like button, share it with your friends, and stay tuned for more data-driven insights and hot takes. The journey isn't over, and you won't want to miss what comes next.